MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. In studio with us today, we've got Alfred Challis. He's the CEO of Manzi Water. And they've got not franchises, they've got licensees all around the country who are actually producing bottled water and water products in their stores. They're paying, what we've learned so far, 850 Rand a month license fee, and they have to purchase their raw material from the head office, so to speak. So your question was around compliance and around operations going forward. What would your licensees be complying to?
Yes, so mostly the water quality. So we do monthly water analysis where they take the water to an independent laboratory where they need to
And how do you know they're coming from their water?
That is a difficult one, but we also do daily technical checklists where they complete the checklist, and we evaluate that, and mostly you will immediately pick it up from the public as well, where they complain that it doesn't taste that well anymore.
Okay, so let's go there. Let's say two things happen. Number one, they put another product on the shelf that is, let's say, competitive.
Yes.
And number two, they don't do their water testing.
Yes.
What do you do there?
Then I'm sure the public will come to us and put in a complaint. But with us being at so many retailers and wholesalers with much more customers, it's really in the last 2 years that didn't really happen.
You're asking going forward because it's about scale. So what would happen?
Yes.
What would happen if I was rogue and I wanted to go and put, instead of Manzi, Zeeman water on the shelves, and I didn't want to do my water testing.
Yeah, then it will be to their own detriment because we have so many outlets. So the one visiting in Cape Town, I will immediately taste that this is off.
But I'm trying to work out what you do to them. Do you lose their license?
No. So we inform them that they will lose their license if this continues. Obviously, it depends on how severe this case is and if somebody got sick, something to that effect. But definitely in our license agreement, we also don't have restraint of trades or anything like that. So if I am or they are unable to manage the relationship, we take the name down and they will go on.
Do you have an idea or a formula of what it costs to manage a store? That you're charging 850 Rand.
Yes.
But there has to be somebody worrying about store 23 and store 24 and store 25.
Yes.
What it costs to actually manage. Do you know what it costs you? I don't want to know the number, but 100%. Do you know?
Yeah. Yes, I do know. Definitely, it varies. Obviously, Cape Town, Johannesburg, the rent is extremely high. Bringing the bottles down from Joburg.
No, I'm not asking. Okay. I'm asking for you to manage as head office. Oh. You've got 100 stores.
Yes.
What it's costing you per store to manage that?
Yes. Meaning that is the 850 even realistic?
Yes.
So we do it much differently than the franchise environment. So we are a private company, but we manage it as a non-profit. So everything that comes in goes out to marketing, and that is how we operate it. And obviously there's overheads, salaries, and rent and stuff like that.
But they're paying that.
But they're paying that, yeah.
And the lease is in their name.
And the lease is in their name, yes, 100%. So it's an independent structure. We don't own any outlets from a central hub point of view.
And from a site inspection perspective, do you ever do site inspections?
Well, we do site inspections, but we also, to not be overly controlling, we ask the neighboring guy visit that licensee and help each other. So it's not a compliance checklist. It's more how can we work together.
Okay. And you don't have a secret shopper program where you go in and see if
So sometimes I do it myself, and then I first check how things go, and then I introduce myself, obviously without a name badge and branded clothing. But no, we're not actively doing that. The public is quite engaging, and we know very quickly when something is wrong.
And who actually rolls out the new site, puts it up together? Who
Yeah.
puts the new site up?
So we are lean and mean. So I would always do the business development and meet the new people. And then as soon as the project is activated, the fees are paid, then it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to put up a new Manzi water outlet. It also depends on how big or small the shop is, but we have a technical team that do the shop layout drawings, and we help negotiate rental leases and so forth. So very much involved, because obviously I want them to be successful and not have a shop closing in a month's time. And we don't open the shop, leave them, let them do their thing. So there is a little bit of training involved, but it is, and obviously with new local emerging entrepreneurs, they have knowledge of how to run a business. It's fairly easy.
So and I assume you don't have cameras in there,
They do have cameras, so in their shops definitely.
but you don't have access to those cameras.
We don't have access to those cameras.
And I just want to just clear up something. You said you act like a non-profit.
It sounds.
Are you a non-profit?
No, so we're not a non-profit, but we are not top heavy. So everyone is independent licensees, and they know how to do business. So I don't have to be there with a stick every day. So we do the. Yeah, it runs very well at the moment. But
So what's your question? Your question is, how do I manage compliance and operations going forward?
Going forward.
But
Yes.
why are you anticipating a problem going forward around compliance when?
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we have the existing licensees, but as we get new licensees on board with various diverse backgrounds, I anticipate that this will become a problem or a challenge for us.
Okay, Alfred, I think I've got enough. I'm scratching my head here, but let's see what I can do. We're going to take a break now. When we come back, let's see what kind of advice I can give Alfred. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub, link to business success.